Hey guys, Jacob Moon with Jacob Moon's Mox, and today I have a brand new video for you guys on another LEGO creation. This one is another RC car. As you may know, I really love making LEGO RC cars. And this one is of a London bus. Before we get into that, let's go ahead and do the minifigure of the day. This is Popstar Girl from the LEGO Ninjago movies minifigure line. Very cool minifigure. It's actually my sister's. She let me use it because the minifigure of the day I was going to bring, I left it at my grandparents. Anyways, I love that torso print with the Unikitty on it and the cotton candy hair with the pink little teddy bear. This is a really cool figure. It's just my sister's, so. Anyways, that's moving on. My minifigure, of course. No, he's always in my videos, except for my very first one. Alright, anyways, let's get on to the London bus. First, here's the remote control for it. Push up to drive forward, down to go in reverse, steering. You just kind of have to fiddle with it to get used to it. I never remember which one's left and right. I just play until I remember. Like muscle memory. Alright, let's move the minifigure out of the way, and we'll just take a look at this bus. So as you can see, I got this really big sticker on here, and I'll show you why. Alright, so basically the idea with this set was to turn this set into an RC car. So what I did was I upscaled it a lot. This is a 4-wide build. Can't remember how tall it is, and it's about a 12 stud. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah. 12 stud long. This new one is 12, 14, and I'd say right at, that is 18 studs, so counting the front area right here and then the back bumper, I'd say that's about almost a 20 stud long build. So this thing's a lot bigger. And then I even put the stickers on. See what I did with I took them, put them on a Word program, resized them, printed them out, cut them out. And so that's why some of the edges are a little bit jagged. But I tried, and from far away you can't really tell. And then I just taped them on. Looks really good. I really like this side. And then with that, the brick separator sticker. That's my favorite one, just because it's so funny to me. And it's a reference to the Palace Cinema set. If you haven't seen that, it's pretty funny. But yeah, that's. I like the little gray stripe I put down through there. This guy was a pain to build, mainly because of color. I wanted to keep all the color consistent and keep the color to where it would actually be. And I wanted to do it without Bricklin quarters. So, also you can see the 211B. Westminster on here is easier to read than it is on here, but you can still sort of see it. It was just the quality of the photo. And then this is just a little bit pixelated, but I'm okay with that because it kind of just adds to the LEGO look. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it for it. I posted some pictures, and I was in a live stream last night where I showed it, but I actually added this little 1x4, this 4 right here area. I add that back to black instead of red because I think it looks better that way. But anyways, let's go on to actual features of this thing, motorized features. So, it's actually almost, I'd say almost minifigure scale. I mean, I guess I could I'm going to say minifigure scale in the video, but, or in the, Yeah, I'd say it's minifigure scale. We'll just go with that. I mean, sure, I think this could be extended like 1 stud maybe, just to give it that extra room, but it don't look too bad. And sadly, the minifigures can't walk up it like that, but they can hang out the door like this. No handles on the sides because I was trying to keep this thing as small as possible, which was the overall goal, was to keep it as small as possible. And I think I did a really good job of that. Now, it does not have suspension. Why on earth would you need suspension? You're not riding in it. But it does have forward and backward drive and steering, which is what a basic car needs. So you probably can't see any motors at all on this thing. I mean, I guess you can sort of see some gears in there and maybe the motor if you look very closely right through that gap, but let's go on to the motorized features. So basically, the inside of this thing, I don't have enough motors to build a skeleton of it to show you guys what it looks like. Basically, the servo motor is laying down on its side right in this area. The large motor that powers the wheels is right here. And then in this big area right here is the battery box. How do you access that? How you access that is you pull up on that. Sorry, for some reason this bit keeps on wanting to rip off instead of actually opening. So we'll bring the camera back up. Look inside there, there's your battery box. So you're going to fold that down. Yeah, we're just going to break that off just to make room. Then what you're going to do is you're going to, in order to take the battery box out, you would just pull this dark gray bit out, and then you would pull it up. Here's the power switch to activate it. Turn it on, and then turn it off, which is right in the middle. A little bit of a challenge to do. Take out the battery box. You're going to take out this dark gray bit right here. It's holding the battery box in place. Pull that out. And then you should just be able to lift up on the battery box until it comes out. Now the battery box, it's a Lego Technic 9 volt. I think this actually might be one of the cheapest RC cars I've ever made. The only thing I actually paid for and bought were the tires in a Bricklink order. I had all the other motors and such left over. But yeah, what you're going to do to put it back in, you're just going to slide it right in like that. It lines itself up perfectly. Then you're going to press the on button. We'll lock the battery box in place using this gray piece, which goes right into a little hole on the inside. I'm going to do all this off. Alright, fixed it. So yeah, that's the looks of the London bus. Now, there are a couple of things that are poking out on the side. Mainly this piece, mainly to cover up a gear that is used for the steering mechanism. How it works is that there's a little gear connected to the servo motor, because remember the servo motor is right there. Little gear connected to that, turns this big gear, which turns the same piece as on the battery box, which is in between the wheel area. So it's a very complex sounding, but if I were to show you, it would make a lot of sense. But it would be so hard to rip. I don't want to tear this thing completely apart to show you guys. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. It's got some pep in its step. It's not the slowest thing. For being a bus, it's not too bad. And like I said, the steering does have a bit of an issue where it will click sometimes. But what really clicks is the back wheel. See, the way this gear works is not locked in very well. So if there's too much pressure, it just starts grinding gears. I had it fixed, but for some reason it just started doing it again. And if you heard that, that was something for scale I was going to show. Let me go fix that. Alright, so I'm going to bring in some scale stuff. Maybe to give you an idea of how big this thing actually is. So like I said, I've got my minifigure. Put him back on the stand. Got the minifigure. Now, the mini, which was a little preset. And then we're going to bring in something my channel is more known for. Transformers. Swoop. And Devastator. Now, this thing is pretty big, but not bigger than Devastator, sadly. Actually, I'm fine with that. I mean, this thing, the London bus was such a hard thing to do, because the goal was to make it 6 wide in minifigure scale. Like I said, it's close enough to minifigure scale where I don't mind. And the 6 wide limitation was a very challenging thing to do. And let's see if I can get it in a good angle where you can actually see how. The only thing that sticks out, really, if I move it over, the wheels. this piece right here is 2x4, and then this piece right here. But that's enough chatting about it. Let's go on to the part you all want to see. It driving.
Go.
So I got my sister here holding the camera as we're going to let this thing loose and we're going to drive this thing around. Now I have the monster truck for scale. Sadly I've lost the remote so I can't drive it around. But once I find it, I will try my best to remember to show y'all a speed drag race or something. Anyways, here is the last RC car I showed. The hot rod. It's kind of broken.
It's kind of
I had to use some of the pieces for a new RC car, which is coming soon. And anyways, let's get started with the speed test. So, it drives perfectly fine. It's actually really quick. I'm going to get up and walk with it.
No.
Come on. Sadly, it don't have the greatest ground clearance, and like I said, reversing with this thing causes the gears to click. Which basically means loss of all torque. Now, it can drive on carpet, but it's a lot slower on carpet. So, now that's about the speed of an actual bus. And again, the reversing is a big issue. Like I said, I do plan on fixing that, and I have fixed it in the past, I just don't remember how. I've had this thing built for a long time, so we had time to work on it. It takes forever to turn, like a real bus, which is fine. It works really good, and I really like the thinness of it, because it can actually give me the chance to do some real driving tests.
Its turning is very wide.
Yeah, and that reverse don't help any. But yeah, that's about it for driving it. It's not the fastest thing, but it was really just trying to be small. The monster truck is a lot larger, a lot longer, and a lot taller than it. So, I think for the size, this thing is really, really cool. And I hope you do too in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Got any suggestions for Transformers? Make sure you remember to put #suggestion. But let's go ahead and move on to the outro. So guys, yeah, sorry if you wanted me to really drive this thing around. Like I said, the battery is running a little bit low and the reversing is a major issue. I had more room, I would totally do more showing off. Like I said, I do want to fix that. I might make an update video whenever I do that drag race. So, we'll have a little fun with that. Like I said, the hot rod is no longer with us for the moment. I got all the pieces together, and all it's missing is an IR receiver and a servo motor, which is in here. It's actually in another RC car, which will be coming soon after I get a Bricklink order to get it finished up. But yeah, guys, so thank you so much for watching, and we'll move on to that outro. So guys, if you like this video, you'll definitely like some of these. These are my other RC cars and other builds that are not Transformers. If you really, really want to see my Transformers like Swoop or Devastator, go click over on this side, as they are really, really cool, I promise. And then just click my minifigure right here and subscribe to my channel if you wouldn't mind. And I'll see you guys next time.